Good evening. Very few times that you get opportunities to sip a cognac that is older than you are. Today I am here at the Taj Mahal Hotel Mumbai and I'm going to taste some cognac. It is not any other cognac but it is Louis XIII. This bottle that you see on the table costs more than 2 lakh rupees. And I'm sitting here with the cellar master of the brand Louis XIII, one of the most expensive cognacs in the world. So now let us hear from Baptiste Loiseau, the cellar master for Louis XIII, as to what makes a good cognac great. Baptiste, welcome to Mumbai.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, and cheers.
Cheers. Cheers. What a nice sound to celebrate with
indeed.
friends. Yeah. In fact, what makes a great cognac, it's its origin, where it comes from. And when we are speaking about Louis XIII, we are speaking about a tiny region in the cognac region, which is quite huge. We are only using grapes coming from a really great origin, which is named Grand Champagne Cognac. So when you are having a Louis XIII, it's written on the decanter, you are having something that's coming from this small part of the French southwest, which is the Grand Champagne Cognac. And it's the concentration of all these aromas coming from the grapes we grow in that region. That makes it so special in grapes.
Great. So people speak about this cognac, they say this cognac has 100-year-old blends in there, there are 1200 eau de vie or alcohol.
Yeah.
So what is the story behind these numbers?
In fact, the story, I'm not going to give a lot of numbers because for me the magical part, the alchemy we have behind Louis XIII, it's much more a question of time and people. So we were speaking about the terroir, the origin, but time is key and people are important. Because Louis XIII, each decanter, it's the life achievement of 4 generations of cellar master. So what is key? It's the heritage, the transmission from one cellar master to another. So my mission is to maintain this style of the house, to maintain this consistency that has been created in 1874. So I'm blending hundreds of eau de vie every year to make this final blend possible. Up to 1200 eau de vie, but it's not the number that's the most important. What's important, it's what's inside the glass, the truth behind the blend. So some of the eau de vie are decades and decades of aging, and every year they are evolving. My role is to blend them.
Thank you. So what does cellar master as a position is one of the most coveted in the world. So what is your typical day like as a cellar master in your cellars? What's a typical day of a cellar master?
In fact, my day is always focusing on the selection of the eau de vie and the blending of these eau de vie. So what I like is to go into the countryside to meet the people who make the distillation at the foot of their pot still at the beginning of the day, and then I go in the tasting room to taste some of these eau de vie. So it's a blind tasting with my team, so it lasts during 1 hour and a half, and we will select, judge, determine if this eau de vie can be a Louis XIII after decades of aging or not. So, and after, during the afternoon, I will go and see the cask and go and see the cellars to take samples directly from the cask and also tasting all these wonderful eau de vie.
Lovely. So when you speak about eau de vie, what is it that you taste that you know that will it last a century?
Yeah. In fact, what we call eau de vie in French, it's in English what we call water of life. So an eau de vie, it's something that is coming from the pot still. It's an unaged liquid, which is crystal clear, 70% alcohol and full of aromas. So my mission as the cellar master is to determine if this eau de vie has the potential to be part of Louis XIII after decades of aging. So I'm looking for fruitiness, floralness, richness and elegance. And when you have the combination of these 4 characteristics, you know that you are in presence of something that can be aged longer, if it's a Grand Chardonnay.
Super,
Yeah.
super. So in India, we have a lot of discerning people with the passion for good
Yeah.
drinks
Yeah.
and a passion for good life,
Yeah.
and they would be willing to buy.
Yeah.
But why should they buy? So do you have a message for India as to why should they go in for a bottle of Louis XIII?
Because having a decanter of Louis XIII, or first to start a glass of Louis XIII, it's an experience, it's a discovery, it's something that you keep in mind. It's drinking time, it's going to the luxury world of these wonderful cognac that are part of the history. So when you want to celebrate something with friends, family, when you want really to take the time to appreciate this fragrance of time, Louis XIII must be the one you are going for.
Super, great. Thank you, Baptiste. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
I hope you have a good time in Mumbai
I'm sure
and
I
in
will.
India.
And we have to toast. Cheers.
Cheers
To
to
Louis XIII and to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Ladies and
Cheers.
gentlemen, it was fun and hope for more evenings like this. You have a good time and cheers. Thank you.
Cheers.